Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 7. Camille is in a wagless marriage. Juan and David, they are homeless, okay? Carla is a homosexual. And I want to say is a pick-me-sha, but I don't think she is. I think she's just void of men and dating and how to date, because she was sitting on that couch looking at Ichi like a piece of steak. Girl, you got you got to stop. Girl, he don't like you. Read the room. Read the room. He don't like you, girl. Him don't like you. Okay? Ikichi don't like you. By the way, I'm all in my Christmas glory. Okay? Christmas. You see my elves? Okay. All right. So today what I wanted to do was, I wanted to review episode 7 last night, but I got busy. And I want to watch episode 8 live, but that's going to take up too much time. So I might watch it while I'm doing stuff and then come back and go live. But right now I'm feeling like I need to go take a nap, girl. It's 9:30. But I was up at 4. So it's like, hey, it's time for me to take my nap. Hey, cousins, happy Saturday. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you. Shout out to the cousins who told me my Cash App was wrong. I didn't even notice that. So I just edited and changed it. So if you want to show me love and support, there's the information below. And of course, my channel membership. Thank you for those of you subscribe it. And all of my books are still on sale on Amazon. I absolutely love you, darlings. Okay, let's get into the couples getting back from Mexico, going to the apartments, and girl. Not one. Dave, you shouldn't have brought nobody to that apartment. You should have just said, you live upstairs with your mama. Juan, you should have said, oh, I live with my mama. Because that mess of apartment, girl, I don't know what that foolishness was. I don't know what it was. And you should have just be like, Okay. So episode 7, the couples are back in Mexico. They've gone to their new apartments. All the apartments looks very nice. And Miss Miss Madison met up with David and didn't come home. I'm making that up. We're just thinking it's David and Madison that's going to have the extramarital affair. Okay. But I'm like, girl, how you just come home from your honeymoon, but you didn't come home to your marital home last night? I'm so confused by Madison. She comes home to breakfast. Alan made her some breakfast, and he wants to show her how a word she doesn't know, hoopty. So he was like, I got to show you my hoopty. And I had a hoopty. No, they were decent cars. I never had the hoopties. They were decent cars. And she didn't know what a hoopty is. So is Madison like well privileged or something? Because everybody know what a hoopty is. How do you not know what a hoopty is? Unless, you come from money and you got a brand new car at 16 or, so on and so forth. So we go over to Miss Carla and she homeless, girl. Carla is a hobo, Hobo sexual. She looking for somewhere to live. Because she claims that her lease was up and she didn't find a new apartment yet. So she just threw her stuff in the storage, not pack it, Okay. She didn't pack her things. She threw her things in the storage. Literally, just throw it in there. Like I be throwing stuff in little Michael's room. Because he don't use it. So I'm like, okay, so you knew your lease was going to be up. You didn't find your new apartment? Wasn't there somebody else that was homeless a few years ago? What was that girl's name? Christina? I don't remember. Her name was homeless. Huh? She didn't live nowhere? So Carla is a hobo, H-O-B-O sexual. She's looking for somewhere to live. And that mess of an apartment that Juan have, he might as well moved on in the storage unit. Move on in the storage unit, Juan. Just go ahead and move on in there, okay? So Pastor Cal and Dr. Pia meets with Michelle and Dave and why they match her with Dave. I have to agree with Michelle here. And I didn't see the previous. I couldn't find it. Alyssa told me, cousin Alyssa told me how to find it. So I have to go back and find it. Watch it. But she wanted a successful man. And one of the cousins, shout out to the cousins that said Michelle wanted a light-skinned black man. So in other words, Michelle wanted Thomas, but they match her with broke down Dave. Dave claims he's successful. And success is not money. I don't know what is wrong with people and money. Success is not money. Of course, success is money. Just like high value man means money. Oh, I'm healthy. I'm successful. I have a good family. I'm successful. No, that's not what success means. It means accomplished, established. No, we still have not had the money conversation with Dave. But I'm going to go out on a limb, Dave, and say you're not successful. Because it sounds like you're working 2 minimum wage job. Successful people work one job. And then they might have a side hustle. You know, like I have a 9 to 5, but then I have side hustles on the side. My husband is successful. He has a career in marketing. My husband is just a marketer. He doesn't market and then come home and go work at McDonald's because he's successful. My husband doesn't even have side gigs. It's like side gigs. It's like, for what? Okay. So Dave, I have a problem, but this is usually what poor people do. You want to rephrase things like that's not what success means. You're healthy, so you're successful. No, that's not what successful means. It means accomplished and established. Okay? Even though I do think everybody should have side hustles, but I think some people are so accomplished and well paid and you live below your means. So the extra money you're saving, it's like a side hustle. Okay. So but I've been on my own since I was 16. I gotta have my side hustles, okay? I'm like Juan. I don't want to go back to where I've been coming from. So I'm doing multiple things. But also what my husband says, if you're working your gift, right? My husband always says, if you are doing what you love, you will never work a day in your life. My husband is doing what he loves. He's in marketing. He loves marketing. He doesn't even want to retire. Okay, I have a job. I have, a job. What I love is my writing and teaching, which is why I try to get up every day and teach you guys, and I write my books and stuff like that. So that's what I love to do. My 9 to 5 is a job that was putting food on the table for me and Lexus. So I just have a problem with people trying to downgrade success and money and just stop it. It just tells us you're broken. But anyways, who's counting, girl? They have different ideas about what success is. She thinks because he lives with the parent again, can't provide for himself, which is why I've been saying, Miss Dave, you need to tell her. Show her the bank account. How much money you got in the year? How much money are you saving? Can you go buy a house tomorrow? Again, I do not have a problem with anybody living at home or in the basement. I'm not coming down there to sleep with you, after we get married. But if you can go buy me a house tomorrow, I'm okay with it. But you must have the money to go buy me a house and put down a nice down payment. And to me, it seemed like I don't know yet, because I don't know where David is financially, but it seemed like David and Michelle is another Merla and Gil. That's what it seemed like to me, based on what Michelle is saying, that they have different ideas of success. Ikiche and Mem is definitely another Merla and Gil, but I still need to know where Ikiche is. Because that little rinky-dink apartment he got, that little hole in the wall apartment he got, I mean, I need to know what's going on with the money. But at the same time, I didn't like Thomas' apartment either. But Thomas' apartment looks more like a bachelor. He's a bachelor and it's an okay apartment. You can't bring no wife there, but he can get up and move tomorrow. Where Ikiche is like, the man, this is all I can afford. This is just a hole in the wall. And David, you might as well say he's homeless. So I feel like I hate when they match very successful women, aka MM, with not unsuccessful men, unaccomplished men like Ikiche. And we can see that in how taken back he was when he saw the apartment, where Michelle apartment, I don't know what the hell she talking about. Her apartment looked like a little dollhouse. I thought it was a little Lexi little dollhouse when she was little. I'm like, girl, where's the success? But again, maybe Michelle is like, listen, I don't want to waste my money. It's just me. I'm gonna stay in this little 1-bedroom apartment, and until I can buy me a house or something. I'm okay with that too. Okay, I'm okay with sacrificing today for tomorrow, living way, way, way below your means so you can live better later. So one bring Carla to his place, and I was like, is that an underwear hanging up in the back? Did y'all see that when they were in the dining room, in the living room, dining room, whatever that is, because I can't keep up. Okay, I don't know the living room from the dining room, because it looked like the dining room was in the living room. And then you was looking in the bathroom with some drawers hang up. Did y'all see that? Was that just me? Okay. And his cousin is rooming, and the apartment looked messy. Like, if cameras are coming, please try to clean it up. Now, again, I do not have problems with roommates. If you can go buy me a house tomorrow. Okay, I told y'all my husband had a condo. I think it was a condo or a townhouse. It was 2 floors. And it was 3 bedrooms. And he rented out 2 of the bedrooms to students. One guy was a lawyer. He was in law school. And another guy was going to med school. So my husband had the master bedroom, and then he rented out 2 rooms. One was a law student and one was a medical student. And they're still friends today. They came to her wedding and everything. Okay. So I don't have a problem with that. And then my husband we got married in May. And he got rid of the townhouse by the January of the year we got married. And he went back home to be with his mama. Okay. He was like, let me just get rid of this townhouse right now. He was trying to get rid of it, and he did that and moved home with the mama for 6 months until we got married. And then when we came back from his honeymoon, he went to his mama and I went to my mama because we didn't close on our house yet. I said all that to say I'm all about wisdom. I'm all about being financially wise. I'm all about being careful how you spend your money. I'm all about sacrificing today for tomorrow. If that's what you need to do to save some money to go buy a house, I'm okay with it. I have no problems with it. Okay. I'm all about wisdom. But I think David needs to talk to Michelle. And Juan don't need to be getting married. You don't need to get married. How are you gonna bring a wife to come live with your roommate in there? You and your roommate can't even hold, much less you're gonna bring a whole wife in there. Stop. So Camille goes to Tom's place, and I was surprised at how simple it is. But again, he's a bachelor, so it's okay. I just thought because he's a little bit OCD, it would be a little bit more nice. Like when she opened up the cabinets, they were just different color things. It was just like it was just different colors, and I thought that would have been more orderly and more organized with colors and everything, because I'm saying he's OCD. I was expecting more from Tom, but the closet was very neat and nice, and I guess that's what he was talking about, like his clothes is in the colors and so on and so forth. Then Camille is talking about swag in her, and I'm like, girl, what? I'm trying to be fair because Camille said Thomas is not her type, but she liked him. Michelle, obviously, David is not Michelle's type, and she doesn't like him. Thomas is not Michelle, Camille's type, but she likes him. So I'm trying to be nice because Thomas is my type. So if I was matched with Dave, I would be extremely uncomfortable and unhappy. But again, Camille likes Thomas. So there's a difference because Michelle doesn't like David at all. But Camille likes Thomas. So my thing, Camille, is if you like him, why are you allowing little stuff like this to bother you? Now let's talk about swag. When I think about swag, I think about President Barack Obama. We all know he's the swaggiest president of all. And he's my type of man. But then I think about George Bush Jr., President George Bush Jr. No swag. But he's also my type of a man. So I could date both Barack and George Bush Jr. George Bush Jr. was a black man. So even though President Barack has swag and President George Bush doesn't have swag, I could date both of them. Do you understand what I mean? But it sounds to me like what Michelle is saying is in order for her to really be into Thomas, he got to have swag. And he got to be hood. And he got to be one of the R&B guys. And he got dressed with the pants down his behind. Mind you, Thomas wears his hat backwards. I don't like that. I couldn't do you wear your hat backwards. I wouldn't. Blocked. Goodbye. Bye. I don't like men who wear their hats backwards. Even when my little boy put his hat back, I just turn it around. I don't like it. So I'm trying to be fair to Camille, and I'm like, Camille, if you like him and you're saying he's a good guy, and the other guys, the guys with the swag, who were hood and ghetto and thugs, disposed of you made you feel disposable, didn't want to commit, and you have one that's committed to you, and he's nice, and he's well paid, he's established, he's mature, he's old enough, he wants to stay married, he wants to have kids. Girl, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Michelle? Because, cousins, I'm telling you, I don't make promises. I don't make promises, yo. But I'm telling you, if Michelle messed this up, I'm going on her Instagram page. I'm going on her Instagram page. And y'all know, if you've been with me and watching me, Married at First Sight, any show, I do not go on their Instagram page. I just think that I want to keep it on the show. I do my YouTube. I talk about them on my YouTube channel. I talk about them in the groups, but I am not going on their page. I think that is their private page, and I just want to leave them, let them have their time. So I don't go on nobody's page, and I don't comment on their page. I don't even look on the page because I don't want to see something that's going to throw me off. But I'm telling y'all, if Michelle messed this up with her dumb self, I am going on her Instagram page. I'm going on every page she got, and I'm going to cuss her out. I'm going to tell her off because I'm like, girl, you have a good man here. And y'all know me. I can always pull the couples out that I think that I like and is going to make it. And the one couple that to me was matched appropriately, have things in common that can work, is Michelle and Thomas. If she could just shut her big mouth dentist teeth up and appreciate who's in front of her and forget this foolishness about swag. Excuse me. Again, I understand him not being her type, but she also said, I like him. See, I don't like men that's not my type. When I was dating, I could never date a David. I could never date a Juan. I could never date a Nikiche. I could date an Alan if he was a black man. And Thomas is my type of a man. But I couldn't, David is not my type of a man. And if I met him, I would not have liked him. So Camille is saying he's not my type, but I like him. So if you like him, Camille, I'm trying to figure out, what is this foolishness about? Oh, he's more suburban, I'm more hoodish. Oh, he doesn't have any swag. To me, once you like the guy, there are just some things you have to overlook. And this swag boom and this hood suburban boom, you have to overlook this, Camille. Because Camille, I don't know if you know, but girl, you's old. Okay? You're 32. By the time you and Thomas settle in and start having the baby, by the time you get to the doctor, you's gonna be a geriatric mama. What's the word? Generic? No, geriatric, whatever. 35. Personally, I think they need to move it up to 40. So shut your mouth, get to know Thomas, enjoy him, and let's move on and go get this house. And did we see her apartment? I gotta go back and watch it. I don't remember. Did we see Camille's apartment? And go buy this house and go settle in your marriage. I don't think you need to go have no babies right now. I think you need to go settle in your marriage for about a year or two and then start having this baby. But if you do not shut your big mouth with your dentist looking teeth, you're going to run this good man away, or you're going to walk away from a good man. Thomas is a good dude so far. And you need to just enjoy him, get to know him, and learn more about him. But this foolishness about all this foolishness, I don't want to hear it, because you said you like him. If you had said I don't like him, then my argument would be different. But even though he's not your type, you like him. So what's the problem, girl? Are you going to trade the 80 for the 20? Because nobody gets 100. It's like 80, 20, 90, 10, but you're not going to get 100. If it's 100, that's the devil, and you need to run. So my thing is, Camille, are you going to trade the 80% for the 20%? Huh? I'm confused, Camille. I'm confused. She gets on my nerves, girl. Her and that MM. This girl needs to read The Room. Like, I bet you she failed reading. She failed reading, and ma'am, she failed reading because she can't read The Room to save her life. Anyways, you see how they get me upset. Alan's place is cute and clean. And I was wondering, is that a condo? Because he renovated the kitchen. I wouldn't be renovating the kitchen for no apartment. I think Alan's place and MM place were the best. MM was the nicest. Of course, she's a doctor, so she can afford more. It was big and nice, and the wraparound porch was absolutely beautiful. And then the next place was Alan. Why am I not remembering Camille's place? I need to rewind the video. I'm not remembering her place. MM's place is beautiful, upstairs and downstairs, wraparound balcony, and Ike is jealous. This is why, ladies, especially Black women, we do not continue to date, and God forbid marry men who are less successful than us. They will resent you. They will take little digs at you. Like him comparing himself to MM's apartment when you are the jack of all trades. You don't need to do that. She's an established, successful woman. It sounds like you're still trying to figure it out. Ikiche at 42. You should have already have this figured out. Your apartment looked like a college apartment, like a 22-year-old. Granted, I'll take your apartment over Dave's. But ladies, let Merla be, we call her Queen Merla. Let Merla be your example. Let MM be your example. Do not continue to date, or God forbid, marry men who are less successful and unaccomplished. They will resent you. In her voiceover, she says she's nervous because that's how guys usually act when she brings them over. Why are you bringing men over to your place, especially when they're not as successful as you, or not being able to go out and buy you a house tomorrow? Okay, my husband had a townhouse or a condo. It's a townhouse. I said condo. It's a townhouse. I already told him I can't live here. I'm not living with people on top of me, people on the side of me. And then I remember one summer, the AC broke. I don't know how he stayed in there because there's no air flowing through. At least with a house, you have 4 sides, 4 windows, and the air could flow through. But one thing my husband was able to do is he told me, find the house and I'll buy it. Ikiche can't buy you no house, MM. And you would move him in your house, in your apartment, that beautiful, luscious apartment. Girl, bye. Let him go now. And ma'am, let Ikiche go now, okay? Thomas and Camille means Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal. And I'm blocked out when she's talking about Tom needs swag. I already talk about that because this is some BS. You like the guy. Once you like him, that's it. You don't need to keep bringing up what you don't like about him. He was raised in a suburb. His mama is a white woman. Daddy is a Black man. Technically, he's a white boy because his mama was white. Okay? And you know what they say. The hand that rocks the cradle. Okay? She's teaching him stuff. Even though he was adopted, thank God that she stepped in and adopted him and his brother, Thomas and Timothy. Shut your mouth, Camille. Shut your mouth. she just gets on my nerves. So then we at Madison and Alan meets the expert, and she wants Alan to change. Expert said change is good. This is another one. Either you accept him for who he is or walk away. Don't try to change him. Because you trying to change Alan, Madison, is like holding a balloon underwater. Eventually it's gonna pop up. So either you love Alan, accept him for who he is and his quirky style, or you leave him alone. I'm not saying you can't go buy him a shirt, a solid color shirt. Okay. My husband had no color in his closet. Black, blue, gray, brown, white shirt. That when I got married, I said, oh no, honey, you need color. I love color. And I took him down to the men's store. I got him some. I got him one of his favorite suits. Let me see if I find it. One of his favorite suit is a pinstripe blue suit that I bought him. Every time he put that suit on, I'm like, do you want to stay home today with me? That's just okay. Shirts, color, pink, purple. You know, in the summer they could wear polo shirts. He got every color, pearlish, yellow, pink, green, orange, baby blue, purple. They could say, we could tell you got married because you were in color. Yes, it's okay. And my husband now, he's still working from home, so he wanted they could wear sweaters if they're on their conference calls and stuff. They don't have to have on a suit. They don't have to dress up in a suit and tie, and they don't have to wear a business shirt, but he can wear his sweaters. So he wanted some more sweaters for his birthday because a lot of his sweaters are black. So his birthday is coming up next week. I went to the store. I spent about $500 buying my husband some real nice sweaters. I have Christmas red and baby blue and some other real nice color. You know, so when January comes in, he's at home, he's comfy, pajama pants, but he has a nice sweater, nice colors. As you can tell, I love color. I don't know if you can tell, but I love color. I don't like no dark blue, dark black, and all this. Okay. So, Madison, you could buy him a shirt or two, but I don't think you should try to change him. He is who he is. And I think women make such a big mistake when you're trying to change this man. Don't try to change him. Either you accept him for who he is or you walk away. Pastor Cal, Pastor Cal is a dusty. Talking about change is good. No. What kind of change? If you're trying to change him, it's not good because that's not who he is. It's like Dave stopping smoking and stopping cussing. Not because that's what he wants to do, but that's because that's what Michelle wants to do. I feel like this video is getting too long, but I'm almost done. Okay. So Michelle and Dave goes to her place. It's very cute and simple. And he said it's simple and that upset her because she has worked hard for her lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle? Because I ain't seen it. Michelle, what kind of lifestyle? Your apartment look like a studio apartment. You got one little window that you look out the window. What kind of lifestyle you're talking about? Your apartment looks like a college dorm room apartment. It's cute, but I don't see no success. And ma'am apartment is apartment says I'm successful. Your apartment says I'm trying to live, I'm barely making it. Again, I'm okay living way below your means. We do too. But let's not pretend your little hole in the wall apartment says success. It doesn't. It says typical. Apartment says success. Now, can say, I was hurt by what he says because I've worked very hard for my lifestyle. And we would understand because, my God, her apartment is gorgeous. Wraparound porch, beautiful. And then Ikicha, he's so broken, dusted, talking about how many TVs you got. For each room, dum-dum, what do you mean? How many TVs she got? So I was kind of taken back with Michelle talking about, oh, I'm hurt because I've worked very hard for my lifestyle. What lifestyle? I didn't see it. Your apartment looked just like a typical working girl. Now, if you're talking about what's in your bank account and your investment account, that's different. But you didn't show Dave that. You show him your little hole in the wall apartment. Again, the apartment was cute. I would have Michelle's apartment. That's something. If it was just me and Lexi, that's something I would have. That's basically what me and Lexi had. A cute little 1-bedroom apartment. Okay. I can meets the expert, and he says she's mechanical. And unfortunately, I have to agree with Ike on this one. Is in a rush, and I understand. Right? I understand it. She's in a rush, and she doesn't know how to enjoy the moment. Like after they got married and they were sitting on the chair, she was like, well, where you at? Where you at? Work. Do you want to have kids? Do you want to stay here in Chicago? Or you want to go to Houston? You could pack me up and move to Houston. And he looked at her like, oh my God. Ladies, men are not like us. They have to process. I told you. My husband, me and him got into a little tithy last week, Sunday evening. And I emailed him and he was like, I need to process. And Thursday, I'm like, hello, are you still processing? Like, hello. Me, I'm like, come on with it, brother. Come on, let's go. Okay. And as women, we have to learn that our brain and their brain don't work the same. And we need to kind of bring it down a little bit. Okay. EK and meet the expert, and he says she's mechanical. He seems so close off from her, and he goes to bed at 9 o'clock. I don't have a problem going to bed at 9 o'clock. You don't have to do what you need to do at night. You could wake up early in the morning and do it. I'm going to come back and do another video of her just sitting there looking like a hyena, and he's over there looking like a scared little lamb. Girl, she got to learn to read the word. Camille, Miss sister, says she's allowing surface things to bother her. Camille, I need to do some shorts with these. By your own confession, Camille, you are allowing surface things to bother you. This is what you said. You said you like Thomas. So once you like him, stop allowing the surface things to bother you. I don't understand. Why is it so hard for you, girl? She feels like she's in an interracial, a swagless interracial marriage. He ain't got no swag. And I'm like, isn't she biracial too? And she keeps talking about this swag thing. Aren't you biracial, Michelle? Your mama is white and your daddy is black. Thomas' mama is white and the daddy is black, and then they got adopted by a white woman and a black man. I'm confused, girl. You know what, Camille? You know what? You gonna let my blood pressure go up, and I can't let you do it. I refuse, Camille. I refuse to let you run up my blood pressure because obviously you're a dumb. And use one of these women that if the man is not knocking you over your head and dragging you, you don't feel like you're being loved. Which means you need to go to counseling. Something happened to you. Use a dum, Camille. A dum. You better not let... you know what? Where they say they live at? Chicago? Okay, Camille. Okay, girl. I got something for you. So Michelle and David goes to his place, and I think I was eating ice cream, and the ice cream fell out of my mouth. Like plop. I could not believe David's apartment. It actually looks like a storage room. And I'm like, child, David ain't got no apartment. He homeless. He's homeless. It would have been better if David said, I live upstairs with my mama, than to bring somebody down there in that dungeon. I don't understand. I don't understand. And he's so proud of it. He's like, yeah, welcome to my place. You know, it's nice and cool, just the way I like it. Yeah, let me show you a room, yo. Let me show you around, yo. Yeah, this is my bedroom here. Look like they just threw the covers over the bed. And this the kitchen. This is my toilet. And this the washroom, yo. And I'm like, oh my God. You would never show somebody that. You should have just brought him upstairs and say, I live up here with my mom. I'm sleeping next door to my Alan makes dinner for Madison, and she's a fool if she doesn't try to make this work. Madison, use another one that's going to allow a good man to pass you by. And if you let Alan go, Madison, you ain't never gonna find you another good man like this. But I just think she's really not physically attracted to him. Everybody said that. And to me, Alan is a decent looking guy. Now, I don't like his body type. I can't stand no little bit of man. No, even Dave, he's too big for me. He's too big. His body type is too big. But I like a man like Thomas, like a nice, like broad shoulders. My husband's sitting on the bed the other night getting ready to get in the bed, and I'm looking at his broad shoulders, and I'm like, yes, I love a man with a good back, if you know what I mean, and broad shoulders. Okay, and I'm like, if this girl don't shut her mouth, she's another one she's gonna lose a good man. Juan and Carla meets the experts. She's concerned about his mindfulness, because he's so involved in the fun. And I'm like, girl, are you looking for a reason? He's concerned about her passive aggressiveness. Dr. Pepper says that's called withholding with a weapon. And I love that because I've done it. Okay. Pascal says they get reports. They started off hot and heavy, and now they're pulling back. And this is why you never start hot and heavy, ladies. This is why you never go all the way in like MM. Dr. Pepper say give acts of affection. And I absolutely love this because our marriage counselor told this. When you're driving in the car, hold hands, just sitting on the couch watching TV. Put your arm on his legs or something like that. You're laying in the bed watching TV, touch. It doesn't mean you have to do, but put your hand on each other and stuff like that. Dr. Pepper says, tell each other what they need. And he says more tolerance, and she wants more mindfulness. And I'm like, just go ahead and get a divorce. Okay. Y'all two don't need to be married. One needs to be accepted, and I can't with these. They just need to go. Just go. I don't even know why y'all is on the show. I love you, cousins. I absolutely adore you. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Thanks for picking up my books on Amazon. Show me love and support. We're going to try to come back for episode 8, girl. I don't know when it's going to be. Because right now, I'm about to go lay on that couch and go take me a nap. It's now 10:11. I've been up since about 4:30. And I'm ready to go to sleep. Okay. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.